Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to take a look at this LR Trunks Teen with Bulma in the card art. This is the new Super Battle Road reward. I know all my Super Battle Road videos haven't posted yet, but I grinded them out pretty quickly, and I got this guy rainbowed right away. So I'm going to get the showcase out now, so we can all see how good he is, and then you can see if you want to grind him up or not, right? I do recommend grinding him eventually, because he is a really good free-to-play unit, but depending on your box, you might not be able to do that right away, but everybody should be able to at least get one copy of them, right? Alright, so his leader skill is Vegeta Family, 4 key and 120 to stats. This is okay for like maybe Battlefield or Ultimate Clash, but probably not something you're going to use realistically unless you're really strapped for leaders, right? His super attack raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. 18 key is raises attack and defense for 1 turn and Mega Colossal, so pretty basic there. And then we have the passive. So he gets attack and defense 80%, and he gets 1 key and chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, plus 15% per Vegeta's family category ally self-excluded attacking in the same turn. And I'm going to try to surround him with a lot of Vegeta's category, but we have a mix in there. Okay. Defense plus 60 and all allies key 3 as the first attacker in the turn. Attack and defense plus 30% and Vegeta's family category allies key 3 as the second attacker in the turn. And key 3 and, hold on one second, key 3 and attack plus 60 is the third attacker in the turn. So he gets different effects based on which slot you put him in, which I think is kind of interesting because it makes you think a little bit more as you use him, right? So he's going to get more defense as the first attacker. He's going to get more attack as the third attacker. And he's going to give allies key as the middle attacker in the turn with 30% the bull stats. So basically he's going to get a different mix of attack and defense depending on what slot. So if we want a more defensive one, we're going to try slot 1. If we want a balance of attack and defense, that'll be slot 2. And then if we want to focus more on attack, we go slot 3. So we're actually going to try this guy out in a few different slots. We'll probably end it with the slot 3 turn because I don't want to like sit around and wait for him to come back again, right? I really haven't linked him at all, so he's going to be base level 1 links. I haven't put any equips on him. I did decide to go more additional on him. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. So here's the team build. And what I've got here is just a hybrid Saiyan Saviors build. We're going to run this Trunks as a floating support. So on the turn with this Trunks, that's when he's going to be like having like the Vegeta family on hand for everybody. And then we're going to have this Gohan supporting, our Saiyan Man 2. And then we're going to have this Trunks and Goten card supporting as well. And then the other rotation will just be 2 Gohans. And then I'm going to run him on rotation with this guy, who shares a few really key links with him, right? All right, so turn 1, we are smothered in support here. So we can kind of watch the stats change, right? So in slot 1, his defense is 155k, which is pretty good. Slot 2, it's only 121k. And then in slot 3, it goes down to 100k. So we see that passive just like working right away, right? So we're going to try him in slot 1. I kind of like that defense stat there, right? So this will be a bit lower of an attack stat, but we really kind of want to get a range of what this guy can do, right? So we'll try him in slot 1 here. We're not going to get the 18 key super. I do think key could be an issue for this guy a little bit. It really depends on the rotations that you're running with them and what slot you put him in, right? So, all right, let's see what we get turn 1 here. Okay. So 2.5. Now, keep in mind that that's only the 12 key super, not the 18 key. And considering he's got like 30 to 60% attack on the table, depending on what slot he's in, that's actually not too bad. So we'll kind of see moving forward here what he's looking like. Right now, guys, not going to lie, very, very hyped for Heroes. The day that I'm putting this up, we're literally like 24 hours or less away from the Heroes banners dropping. I did also just put out, I think the night before, a video on Heroes and just talking about the new units passives and everything, but I am very, very excited. I know some people are disappointed that there isn't like some crazy like Limit Breaker Gogeta and stuff like that out there, but with God Trunks as the headliner, I know that doesn't seem like as hype, especially last year when we had Super Saiyan 4, Broly, and Vegito, which are more hype characters. Even though the characters themselves announced aren't what I would say the hypest characters, the passives and what we've got coming is like ridiculously hype. I feel like we've got a million new characters between new units on banners, awakenings, and EZAs. And I already thought that the celebration was jam-packed, and then they decide they're going to throw in Android 21 and 16 EZAs as well, so it's absolutely bananas, right? Alright, so we've got the linking that we want to do. So they're actually sharing 4 links. Legendary Power isn't showing yet, but we've got that. So 4 links. And Cold Judgment, Messenger from the Future, and Legendary Power are all very decent links. In slot 2, though, we are getting a solid 6 out of 7 links. So I think we're going to run them in slot 2 this time. Now let's look at the defense, though. So slot 1, 130. Slot 2, 120. And then slot 3, 136. Hold on, am I reading the wrong stats? I was reading the wrong stats. 136 in the middle. And then 136. Okay, so 136, 136. So the defense actually isn't changing much, but that's because our links are changing, right? So we're getting defense on links, so it's balancing out. So we're going to try this setup right here. And I've got a nice lot of strength orbs here in the middle. So we should be able to get a fat 18 key super here. Yup. So this is with 30% attack and defense. So let's see what this turn looks like here. Alright, what's Trunks going to look like here? This is, I think, going to be a pretty good turn. Alright, so we're up to 3.3. Okay, so attack stats not the craziest. The problem is, okay, the reason why this guy doesn't seem maybe like really crazy right now, he's been out for like a hot minute in JP. Just Global, for some reason, they are so slow on releasing Super Battle Roads. They're just like afraid to release them. I don't know what the deal is. I feel like it's been forever since we've had new Super Battle Road stages. A comment I made earlier on a different video was that I started my channel in June, and I have never done Super Battle Road content on this channel for new Super Battle Road. And that's either because we literally haven't had any since before June, or if we did have them, it was maybe early on in my channel and I wasn't like prepared to do content on like every single thing that came out. Because when my channel first started, I'm really doing it as a hobby, and I still am. I'm pretty much just doing it for fun. I'm not like out to make money or anything. If it turns into something I can monetize, that's great. I'll just put that money into the channel and make my channel better, right? But really, I'm just doing this as a hobby. I love Dokkan. I like Opera Omnia, so I enjoy playing the game. So I figure why not just record while I play, talk to you guys, talk about how excited I am, and put it online, right? So that's basically what I'm doing. So, but when I first started my channel, I really love showcases. So I really early on, my channel was just all showcases, and I wasn't like recording content on everything because like I had no subs, right? So I figured recording content on like news drops and new events like immediately, like I wasn't really into that yet. But once they started building a bit of a base and getting some subs, then it seemed like that kind of stuff made a little bit more sense, right? So it is possible. I would have to go and research and see when's the last time we got Super Battle Road, but it's been a hot minute, right? So my whole point with that, we'll get the attack stat here, but my point with that, so 136k defense. So this is a full Vegeta family rotation, by the way. So yeah, 136. So he's pretty consistent at 136. I'm gonna try him in the middle again, and we're getting 4 out of 7 links. Okay, we're gonna try him in the middle again. I'm gonna do the attack and defense 30% here, because what's happening is we're picking up enough links just going. Well, why is that defense 136? And then 136. I feel like the defense should be going up. Am I crazy? What link am I picking up? I'm not picking up any links. Why is his stats not changing? Hold on. Let me look here really quick here. Oh, it's as the attacker. Okay. So the defense that first turn, that was just based off of links. So we don't actually see these stats until the attacks. That's why I'm not seeing it visually. Okay, that just happened per chance that first turn, when I was moving around, the defense was changing. But we actually don't see it until the attacks. I gotcha. So his defense, as long as he's linked up, you're always going to see the same defensive stat. That makes sense now. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. And do this. Let's see what Trunks gets here. This is not an 18 key. You can see key is a little bit of a struggle. Like getting the 18 key is definitely not automatic with this guy. What I'm going to try in the next turn is I want to try and get a really fat attack stat. I might go slot 3 in the next turn. We'll see though. Alright, let's see what we get here on this turn. 2.7. Alright, so Trunks is hovering in like, depending on if you're getting the 12 and 18, he's hanging around in like the 2.5 to 3, like just over 3 mil range, which I would say by today's standard is just like okay, right? So my point was saying how long it's been since we got in Super Battle Road. I feel like this guy came out a while ago, like a long ass time ago on JP. And he was like, when he came out on JP, I would say these types of numbers were very relevant, right? But there has been a ton of power creep very, very fast. And by the time we got this unit on Global, he does seem a little underwhelming, not going to lie about that. He's still a very cool unit. He's an LR. He's free, so there's definitely like no reason not to get him and rainbow him. He's just probably not going to be your first choice on teams, right? But he's okay, and he will get an easy at some point, right? And it's a guarantee. We know for sure he's going to easy A, because at some point, they're going to have to release the Extreme Super Battle Road version of these stages. And once they do that, we know it's coming. He's going to have an easy at some point. So that'll be a good chance to like really bring him into the forefront. But right now, I would say he just seems like he's solid, right? He's just a nice, solid unit, pretty average stats. Not doing anything too wild and crazy, right? All right, I think we'll just get one more turn. I mean, we don't really need to sit and look at him all day. His defense has been super consistent, right? Like starter turn defense has been 136. But now, keep in mind, he was getting... Okay, we'll look at this really quick, because his defense is a lot better than that stat looks. So we'll kind of break it down here. So let's go to this turn here. So let's look at my defense stats. So right now, he's at 130k defense, right? We look at his passive again. He's raising defense on attack, and he's getting either another 30 or 60% on top of that, right? So on super attack, this guy's well over 200k defense, like comfortably, right? All right, so this turn here, I kind of want to try him in slot 1. We'll try him in slot 1. So this is going to be the more defensive turn. Once again, we're not actually going to get to see that defensive stat because he's getting it on super. But this is the 60% defense on super position here, which I don't know if I like that. I kind of wish it was reversed, where he got attack in slot 1 and he got defense in slot 3. Because the problem when you're in slot 1, you're vulnerable before you super. So that's not really where you want to put him to be in the defensive position. Yeah, so 2.66. Yeah, not that crazy, to be honest. But slot 3 getting the defense would be better because he's guaranteed to get hit after he supers. So I think really the ideal spot for this guy is probably slot 2. Because he's getting attack and defense. He's giving key to the rotation for if it's Vegeta's family, right? Alright, let's just check one more thing here. I'm pretty sure... Sorry, his passive is so big. Yeah, Vegeta key 3 is the second attacker. Yeah. Yep, I like him in slot 2. Like, just with that slight support to Vegeta's family, including giving himself the key, right? So, I really feel like he's good as a slot 2 unit, because he's not... In slot 3, he's not really doing support passives, right? And so a unit like this, I feel like you really want him to be an on-rotation unit. And yeah, slot... I mean, it's nice that he's flexible, right? Where, depending on the situation, you can move him around to get different effects. But yeah, I feel like slot 2 is really the place you're going to run this guy and Vegeta's family. With some of the new Heroes units, like the new Heroes Vegeta, like he might work pretty well with that unit. Just because the Vegeta would be giving support, he'd be giving support in slot 2. Like, you could have some pretty nasty rotations in terms of key with, like... I don't know, let's say you have physical LR Trunks in slot 1, who has his Easy A and JP. You put this guy in slot 2, and then you've got like the Xeno Vegeta in slot 3. You're getting 6 key support from the rotation, and Vegeta's giving you 40% attack and defense. Physical Trunks is going to be hitting 24 key supers all day, so that might not be the worst rotation, and they've all got legendary power. Alright, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go slot 3 here and see what kind of attack stat we get in slot 3. I just really want to make sure... I can set this guy up to get an 18 key super, which maybe I can drop these reds down. Okay, yes, I feel like if I grab that, that should be good. And I'm going to be safe here because I could be in trouble defensively. Let's just throw an Icarus on just to make sure nothing crazy happens here. Alright, so we're going to make this the last turn. So this is going to be attack plus 60%. And we're getting the 18 key super here. Pretty much the similar type link set we've been activating. We have support here. Let's see what we can get for our best attack stat. This is probably what this will be here. This unit, by the way, this AGL Trunks and Goten, I only have them at 55%. I didn't get them at all on their initial banner. And I just got lucky and finally got them. I think it was during the 350 million download celebration that I finally got one. But I'm hoping to pick up more dupes of him unfeatured for sure. 1.2 for this guy, but he's got his easy and JP, so Global's just a little bit behind. So yeah, 3.55. So I'm finding it really hard to even push this guy to 4 mil. So he's just putting up very average type attack stats. So I would just say he's kind of like some of these other easy A's we've just gotten. Like the GT Goku, the Oob, the Pikkon, like I mean, I like GT Goku a lot more than, like, out of all the units I've talked about, I do like him the most. But if you look at, like, the Oob, and Pikkon, like, yeah, there are units that are like, yep, they can get in, like, the 3 mil-ish range, 200-ish K defense. That's pretty much what this Trunks is, right? So he's not bad because he's free to play. Like, I won't criticize him too much. He's, like, very solid. So let me know what you guys think of this Trunks. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.